looks like we got us a Tadlock's Tool Shed sticker. We'll have to get that on the Lime La-Ti-Da. Yeah, Kent made it down here, so we're going to get these heads put on and intake manifold and see if we can get this thing to make smoke. So anyway, show you more. Well, I don't know for sure what the best way to start is, but I can fill you in on what I got here. So I've drained the oil. I've
replaced the lifters.
Yeah, well, I just one lifter. Yeah. Number 8 intake has been replaced, and I soaked it and I primed it just a little bit with a push rod, and then put it in there. I looper plated the camshaft because I know it's going to have to, you know, obviously wear to this new lifter. You know, and I cleaned up the heads and the China wall thingy and all that. So I don't know. These are still hooked up. I was wanting to get under there and try to take the Y pipe loose at the collectors on these old, whatever, those catalytic converters or whatever they are, on each side, so that we can manage this to get these back up on there. So we may have to do that before we actually bolt these on.
Alrighty.
I don't know, new oil filter. I don't want to run it too long with this oil, but well, and that's another thing. I want to pour, once we get the heads on it, I thought before we put the valley pan and everything in, I'd go ahead and pour the oil, and I've got a zinc additive to pour down across the cam, and I don't know.
Alright.
Maybe it's too much. But, well, I just never bought one because of the price.
Yeah,
so.
Me too. It was too expensive.
And really, I don't do that much work like this anymore to really need a decent one. So.
Me either. I'm kind of planning on doing more. So.
Well, you get that burnout bike going, you're going to maybe need one. You know? I got to get up there and help you get the power going in that shop.
Yeah, I'm kind of confused by it, admittedly.
Well,
I got it, you know, set up so it'll come in over the top. I think I got all parts, but I'm looking at it and I'm just not seeing. I can do it. I can get out my gauge and check. Okay, where's continuity at here? Okay, this is how this needs to run, but I haven't had a chance to do that yet. I'm planning on covering up that trench a little bit better tomorrow. Get out the tractor and
smooth it out,
blade it off. Yeah, too. You know.
Well,
you go to one today and have no problem with that, and you go the next time and they just look at you like you've grown a third head.
Yeah, well, that's what he said. We have half-inch drive ratchets, but they're not like that, and it has to be the exact same tool. And I'm like, okay, well, this thing is
made one of these for 40 years.
Yeah, I was going to say the thing was 40 or 50 years old. I mean, I got that when I was in high school. So anyway, Ace didn't. The lady was just like, oh yeah, we got those, and she just went back there on the shelf and got one and did some magic on her computer and had me sign. I think I had to sign something, but
my friend Jeff is like, because he was worked for 10 years for Sears before he came over to Lowe's, and he's like, I was the tool guy.
Yeah.
He says, I'm like, so I have people that tell me if you're using your Craftsman tools professionally, they won't warrant them. And
I've heard that before.
And
yeah.
Places that they will. And I said, our whole shop is nothing but Craftsman tools, and we use them professionally.
Yeah, I would say.
He's like, you know what happens to those? You hand it to me, I walk back in the back, I throw it in a big fucking box, and it goes away. He says, we write it off. He says, so the fact that anybody wouldn't give you a warranty on that tool is bullshit.
Yeah.
They don't know what they're doing or whatever.
Let me see what the pattern is on that. I think it's inside out.
Yeah, most of them are that way.
Yeah, so
right now I'm just bringing them down.
Yeah.
Is all I'm doing. So
it's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, just around the clock.
start here.
Yeah, that's
here,
1, 2.
here,
No,
here.
well, the other way it says, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Just go in a big circle.
Clockwise, yeah. And you know, Chilton's, that's got to be right, you know.
Yeah. Nothing generic there.
I guess I better get some spark plugs in here too.
I've used Mitchell on Demand a lot.
Have you what?
Mitchell on Demand. It's a computer program by Mitchell.
Oh yeah, I've got some Mitchell manuals in there.
But they're no longer a Snap-on now owns Mitchell on Demand.
Really?
Yeah. Or they did last I knew.
Now I don't know if it recommends you go halfway and then.
Yeah.
I mean, generally that's kind of a general rule.
Well, is that a general rule that you'd like to follow here?
Well,
Because I'm getting ready to.
yeah, we certainly can.
I have 2 zeros.
Well, that's handy.
Yeah. Okay, so I guess when I come back around to this one, that's 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Who do we appreciate?
Well, let's let's try this. So I'm on 30 right now. Yeah, there's 40. And there should be 50. And it is dead on 50, so that's the most weird thing I've ever seen in a torque wrench.
So it doubles it?
Yeah. See, you got your 0 there.
Yeah.
You got a 0 there, and it's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And when I turn it,
Is one of them metric, or is one of them?
this side is metric.
Yeah. So let's put them.
Maybe that's the way it's doing it, but so there's our 50.
Yeah.
It's 30 is the bottom. I turned it
To 50 then.
twice, and there it is. Or no, I turned it 1 full revolution, and it's on 50. Half revolution took me straight to 40. That's pretty cool. Okay. Here's our guy right here.
So we're going for 100 on the click now, huh?
Yeah. I'm gonna have to get over here.
Here, run this. I'll see if I can do it.
Okay.
Now I know that this makes a difference too.
Yeah. But the tolerance is between 90 and 110.
Yeah,
So
and
if
we're
we got
going to
that 100,
100,
we ought to be good, I would think.
Oh my God! There's 100. And you already got him at 50.
Yep.
Oops, I don't want him. I didn't know. Oh, I think I moved that.
What did you move?
This.
Oh.
There we go. Back here, so there's the next one. just like brand used, baby.
Well, I don't know. We're using the proper tool for the proper job. It just seems almost sacrilegious that we didn't pull this engine out using a tree to come along. And,
oh, the neighbors would have hated that. They already hate the car sitting around.
Why would it bother them? It doesn't look like a junk pile.
Well, it's just not what people in this highfalutin neighborhood do, I guess. I don't know. I don't know how we're going to get that one down there, but let's try this on here.
Yeah, that back bottom one's going to be tough.
Oops, I moved that again. I don't know why that moves like that.
I don't know, that little thing on the end's supposed to lock it, but... Yeah.
I know it'll hold at least 5, but
okay.
but that with filter, but you know that's probably a half a quart or that motor honey stuff there or whatever.
Yeah.
It's draining down in there, so that's good, I guess.
We are up about 135.
That's some gas.
Oh, goodness gracious. Did we unhook that?
Yeah, but it must have had a little bit in the pump yet.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay.
We don't need that down in there.
Do you want to do this one again, or good with that?
Let's see what the other one. Let's see what it was before. Okay, so you said
So it was about 135.
135, and it was 135 before.
Okay.
So that hasn't.
So that ain't got worse.
Well, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can just quick connect it down and. All right, we'll bring you back to show you the rest of them. Okay, well this is good old number 8. This was a big hero last time. So hopefully we got something going on.
Yep.
You ready?
Yep. $145.
145. Well, that ought to be enough to run. Okay, so our results here, we got from before, of course, 8 had 0. Now 8 has 145. But a concerning thing to me was number 2 used to have 141, and now it has 60. So we're going to retest number 2 and see if that changes any. All right, show you more. Okay, so that time it had 90, and of course before it had 141, so I'm not sure what's going on there. Might be the O-ring on the, you know, the little doogie whopper you screw in there, I don't know. But let's get the intake manifold on it. All right, show you more. Let me see what the torque spec is on that.
Okay.
Intake manifold. Are those 5/16 bolts, 3/8 bolts, or 1/4-inch bolts?
These little ones are quarters. I think these are 5/16.
Okay, so the big ones do 20 to 25, and the little ones do 6 to 9.
Okay.
So we'll have to use my torque wrench for that.
You sang that song, If the Devil Dances in Empty Pockets.
Not
You
sure.
heard of that?
Yeah, I've heard, I know something.
Played in there for a while.
Here, put this on there. I don't want to tighten it up too tight, but... Here. I would think that.
That'll pull it straight down because they're straight down
Okay, well, here it is. The 76 and later 351 Windsor V8, 429, 351 Windsor V8, 75. Intake manifold torque sequence for the Cleveland modified and the 400 modified. No, that's not the way it is at all. Wow.
Huh.
That's crazy.
Okay.
Check this out. So, front of the engine. So we want to do,
This is it?
no, this one.
Okay.
So we want to do this one first, which is here. Okay. This one.
Yep.
Wherever that one's
Okay.
at, not this one
That's
here. Yeah. So that, but this goes under that, so
Yeah.
it's hooked up over there. Yeah, so that bolt's there. Well, guys, that's going to about wrap it up. Kent, I want to thank Kent from Tadlock's Tool Shed. If you haven't gone and checked out his channel, you need to do so. He's coming to the No Name Nationals, so. All right, you're coming under your other channel, though, Drunken Mud, right?
No, I'm
Oh,
playing
you're-
on Tadlock's Tool.
Tadlock's Tool Shed, okay.
My subscribers right now are around 430, so by September I ought to have 500 needed. If
All
not,
right.
then I'll come under Drunken Mud.
Okay, well, cool.